This is Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by former world middleweight champion Darren Barker. How's things with you, sir?
Very well, thank you, mate. It's been a long time since we've had boxing. I've missed it, so good to be back.
Yeah, good to be back. Obviously, Jacob's Rider tomorrow, but ending the month with Okolie, Cieslak at the O2 as well on a Sunday night. Different from Matchroom there. I'm liking it. Obviously, we've got Jacob's Rider tomorrow. I think this is going to go out tomorrow as well. So, looking past that fight and looking onto Okolie, that O2 show, how do you see that going?
The Okolie fight. Cieslak's a very good fighter. I've watched him against Makabu. I've seen some other fights. He can whack. He's awkward. Works the body really, really well. But I just don't think Okolie gets beat at cruiserweight. He's a giant. He's improved an awful lot under Shane McGuigan. I like the way he works the jab, controls the distance, and he's found the range quite often with that right hand now. The right hand that finished Glowacki was such a good shot. Glowacki dipped down to throw a shot, and Okolie's seen that, dipped and thrown a right hand. I mean, he's boxing really intelligently. So I expect him to come through that. May come through some sticky periods, but I think he'll win convincingly.
Yeah, he doesn't come across as the fighter that seems to get distracted. Although he wants bigger names, I feel like he'd be focused.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to get it right at cruiserweight. I mean, he's won a world title. I know he wants to kind of unify the division. I'm not sure that will happen with Breeders. What I don't know, but he can't afford any slip-ups at this stage if he's looking at, I guess, the long-term goal of moving up to heavyweight. He's got to, get it right at cruiserweight. So this is an important fight for him.
What do you think will happen then? Because, like you say, will he be able to unify before he goes up to heavy with Breeders still knocking about?
I don't know. This is, politics. I know. It seems to me that Breeders is chasing a Jake Paul fight. So I don't know. I'm a fan of Okolie. He's kind of proved a lot of us wrong, hasn't he? Going from a lot of people saying he's one of the most boring fighters to an exciting fighter, you have to say. So, yeah, big fan of Okolie, love his work, and I'll be very intrigued to see how he fares at heavyweight.
Breeders is not going to be able to fight Jake Paul, though, surely. Jake Paul likes people with a big name, and Breeders is a big name. We can give him that, but he's way too good for Jake Paul. Surely Breeders will have to be fighting professional fighters.
Yeah, I think so. Is he looking to cash out, Jake Paul? Does he? Breeders. Does he actually really want to fight again? He's the king at cruiserweight. So does he really want to fight again? I think he's looking at the Jake Paul fight, thinking I'll cash out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get the fight. He jacks it in, but who knows?
And as you predicted an Okolie win at the end of the month, how would you see the rest of the year going for him? Who could we expect, obviously, in your opinion? Who could you expect to see him fight?
Well, look, if the Breeders' fight don't happen after Cieslak, I think we see him up at heavyweight. And then, yeah, I think so. I don't think he'll hang around. Look, this is my opinion. I've not spoke to anyone. I don't know, but I just feel it must be so hard for him to get down at cruiserweight. I think he'd just look at the fact that Breeders has gone and think, do you know what? If I was going to be the governor at cruiserweight, I'd want to fight the champion. If he's gone, I might just, move up.
Makes sense. Also, obviously, over the last week with Eubank Jr fighting, I just want to talk about potential opponents for him. Obviously, the CONOR BENN fight's been brought up. I want to, first of all, before I get your opinion on the fight, I could be overreacting, but this, if it was to happen in the next 3-4 years, would this be like top 5, top 10 in British boxing history?
Maybe not in history, but certainly now. I think after AJ Fury, you could say Kelbert, Amir Khan, though it's 7-8 years too late, it's probably one of the biggest fights in this country now. I don't know about history. It's a huge fight because they're doing so well, but it's a huge fight because of the history with the dads. It's a fight I'd like to see. It's just, do either man want to sidetrack from their goals of becoming a world champion? Because obviously Eubank moving to 154 and CONOR BENN moving up to 154, it slows their progression down to winning a world title. They're both quite close, I would say, to being able to challenge for a world title in their respective weights. So it's a toss-up, really. It's a toss-up. I mean, I'd like to see the fight, though.
How would you see that fight going if it was maybe 154 or probably most likely a catch weight?
I fancy Conor. I mean, I'm going to say it as well, though, don't get me wrong, but I think taking my biased head off, I just think he could be a little too busy. I don't know. He does. It's a good fight. It's a really good fight. Yeah, I'm going Conor.
And then a couple more. Felix Cash has put his name in the hat for people who want to fight Eubank Jr. How does that fight go? I know you're close to the guys down at that gym as well.
Felix Cash is a special fighter. I think he's had some, he's had to deal with a few things out of the ring. That's why he's been out almost a year. But he's an exceptional fighter that has fire in his eyes and belly. Really gets stuck in. Well schooled. Really improved, and I feel the middleweight division's looking for new stars, the likes of Golovkin, etc., coming to the end of their career. So every division needs the next champ, and I think Felix Cash definitely got a chance to win world titles. I'd love to see him in there again with Eubank. I think he beats Eubank. I just think he's got a bit too much for him, but interesting, really interesting.
He's got that look about him as well, that look of a killer, especially on fight week this week. Look at him walking around, and he's got that aggressive face.
Yeah, he has. He really has. He just wants to fight. He likes fighting. So yeah, that might be me now.
You get back to it. Thanks for your time.
Nice one. Thanks.